What's up, guys? What's up? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? I'm Mark Holmes, and thank you as always for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, 2 weeks from tonight, the Texans and KC kick off the season, and it's looking like we're going to have a season. I mean, 2020. I wonder if years from now they'll say, man, why you 2020 in me, man? You know, it'll become a bad connotation. Oh man, it's like 2020, damn. Because this has just been an awful year. I don't know, maybe things will turn around the last few months of the year, but I gotta tell you, it's awful. Yeah. You remember a few months ago, well, quite a few months ago, when the Cowboys signed Andy Dalton, and people were saying, oh, this is the writing on the wall for Dak Prescott, he's gone. You remember when the Cowboys signed Ben DiNucci, and people were like, oh man, Ben DiNucci, man, don't sleep on him. He's going to be ready to take over. And you talk about the year that we had, where we actually had a pretty good offense. Now, no offense, including Kansas City, plays great every week. You have some weeks that you play really good, some weeks you play really bad. You know an interesting thing? Here's an interesting number for you. Do you know that there's been 22 teams that have scored more than 500 points in a season? 500 points in one season is 31.2 points a game. And I say there's 22 teams that have scored 500 or more. Some of them have scored as much as 550, which is amazing statistic when you think about it. But you know what's really amazing about that statistic? Of those 22 teams that scored over 500 points in a single season, only 4 of them won the Super Bowl. How could that be? Clearly, if your offense scored 500 plus points, averaged 31.2 points per game minimum, surely your quarterback and your offense did their part, right? Well, hate to tell you, you can't break down football to just one guy or one team on your team, the offense or the defense. You can have a great defense, but not have an offense that's good enough to do it either. You have to be balanced. Now, this year we seem to be pretty balanced. It's actually looking pretty good from the standpoint of our kicker. I believe he's 27 of 27 kicks in training camp. Now, here's the advantage. Shout out to Omar, because he reminded me of this, because we know that the Rams won't be fans there. The Eagles won't be fans there. The Washington team won't be fans there. I'm not sure about the Giants, if there will or not, but pretty much no place that you're playing is going to have massive crowds. Now, that's not to say that they won't be piping in the sound, but it's not like having Raider fans that are, there, that are dressed up, looking like hell, or Eagle fans throwing batteries at you and things. You just say that's just like loud music, and that's easier to ignore. But it seems like the team is going to be more balanced. And if there's ever was a question about whether or not this was Dak Prescott's team, I think you really need to check yourself, because it really is Dak Prescott's team. This team, with the leadership that he has, having had a field built at his house to bring everybody there to work out. It wasn't that I'm out sipping champagne and, doing me. He was every day doing this team. And I think this is part of the reason why you see this team kind of coalescing with the things that are going on right now, that they understand what's going on, but they're able to work together. What was cool was hearing Van Der Esch talk about Joe Looney. And you see that Joe Looney is another one of those guys who's taken this opportunity and is becoming a leader on the team. Sometimes the guys that can lead and help to motivate people may not be the best player, but they're the best player to get the most out of others, to rally the troops. And it seems to be Joe Looney is one of those guys, as well as Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is taking the bull by the horns. He's educating the players. He's teaching them. He's on their butts when they mess up, but he's also there to pat them on the back when they do right. And you're beginning to see this defense, even with a guy like Aldon Smith, who's a new guy here. You're seeing how people are beginning to react to him. Tyron Smith back at practice today. Great to hear. He had a slight little hamstring issue, but they were trying to make sure that it didn't become a big hamstring issue. Tyron Smith has seen a lot of great pass rushers, being the left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys for all these years. And when he says Aldon Smith doesn't look like he's lost much, I'll take it from him. I'll believe that guy, because that guy knows. And you're seeing all of these guys that seem to be buying in on what the Cowboys coaching staff is educating them with. I love it. Now, there's no guarantees. You never know if you're going to have an injury here and an injury there that just really derails your season. But I, for once, feel that all three phases of the Dallas Cowboys are kind of coming together. Now, the fly in the ointment here. The interesting thing is, here it is, Thursday evening. Earl Thomas has been free for 5 days. And there's nobody hitting on that. Stephen Jones declined to comment on that. As Stephen Jones said earlier, we didn't comment about Emerson Griffin, and we won't comment about Earl Thomas. It'll be one of those things that, boom, he just magically appears, basically. So read that as you will. So Stephen Jones hasn't closed the door on Earl Thomas, and maybe it's one of those things that they're waiting for him to get a little more desperate and try and get a better deal. I still believe that maybe that's not the kind of guy that you want on the team right now with his current issues. But hey, that's me. One final note, as we go through all of this craziness that's going on. I got an email from a fan that said, I've been a ticket holder since 1994, and I contacted the Cowboys and told them I do not want my tickets anymore because of all of the narrative that's going on, all the craziness that's in the world. I'm done with sports, and I wish you well. Well, I'm sorry to hear that from people. I am. But Deion Sanders lost his job a few weeks ago because he said the players who are opting out because of coronavirus understand that the NFL train is still going to go with you or without you. And I hate to say that to those who say, you know what, I'm done with football. Well, the NFL train is still going to go on without you. Sorry, but that's the way it is. I know football for me, I hope, is going to be something that will bring people together and give us something to look forward to and something to help us give hope or have hope for the future. That's all I can say about that. Anyway, it's feeding time here for the fishies. So what? Here, fishy, fishy, fishies. So what? How you doing, fellas? So what? What's up? Hey. I know I haven't been out here. I've had a lot to do, guys. Lots to do. Okay, okay. Here's your food. And I'll see you guys later for the fireside chat.